Hello, my darlings. Welcome back for another episode of Witch Weekly with yours truly, Lauren Ann Defont of Lauren Ann Alchemy. And yes, I keep changing the backdrop, but no, I am not somewhere else. I am still in Iceberg. I'm still drinking out of my Sally cup. For those of you who've been with me since the beginning of quarantine live streams, when we started out as Magic Mondays and had a couple of Tuesdays and Saturdays thrown in there, and then we landed on the Sunday night service for quite some time, and now we've evolved into a Witch Weekly recorded show, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. I had a really incredible day of tarot readings and interactions with some really wonderful women this afternoon, and I'm so grateful that they wanted to share their space, and I am excited for lots of things to come. Another week has floated by, and here we are on October 11th, 2020. That's when I'm recording this. I'm not sure when you're watching this. It could be October 11th of 2025. I mean, once it goes out into the interwebs, it's there until I take it away. Anyway, I'm here to prepare you for the week ahead. So let's dive right in. I may keep changing the music over here. Got some theme music going on. Yes, I have my Halloween lights. We don't have curtains or blinds up, but I hung my Halloween lights because I'm a witch and why not? So let's dive right in. I chatted last week a little bit about Mercury moving into Scorpio, where he shall retrograde. And well, babes, he's retrograding this week, the 13th, Tuesday. Mercury is our mind. This is great music for this. Mercury is our mind. It's communication. It's text messages. It's conversations. It's chats. It's emails. When he goes retrograde, things can tend to get a tad wonky in those areas. We know this. Well, I know this, and I'm sharing it with you, just in case you don't. Retrograde has him functioning outside the box, and in Scorpio, it's all about the deep, dark, delicious details, the juicy guts, the glory, and the gossip, honestly. Secrets shall be revealed. We may spill our souls and feel very exposed. While this is terrifying, it's something necessary. It's to shed our skin, akin to a snake shedding, a phoenix rising, lotus blooming out of the muck. Just make sure you mean what you say and you say what you mean. Or you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You know what I'm saying. Check your work. Be deliberate. Cross your I's. Dot your T's. Wait, that's backwards. It could be an incredibly smooth time for you. It could very well be. If you practice some of these guidelines. My natal Mercury was retrograde, so I actually do really well during these next few weeks. Not sure where Mercury was when you were born or what he was doing when you were born. Well, most of you know what I'm going to say, and that's that I might know an astrologer. I might know an astro witch who could help you out in that department. So you can always, So you can always head over to my website, laurenannalchemy.com, and book a session, an astrology session, and we could set it up so we could talk about where the sun was, where the moon was, where Mercury was, and all of those planetary alignments and how they were talking to one another, because it's really, I believe, an intricate and intimate part of getting to know ourselves. And so this coming week and the next coming weeks, because Mercury will retrograde for the next couple of weeks, I'll keep you posted on all the details on it. It's all about digging in the dirt. It's all about uprooting, raw skin exposed. Like I said, secrets. You're going to want to really get down into the things that maybe you haven't addressed or haven't gone over or haven't, let's say, dealt with or learned from. And it's going to come back around. And it's going to be this lesson that's going to come in a different shape, a different form, a different experience. And just be aware. Beware. And look to where you can reinvent and reevaluate and reassess. All of the rewords is what Mercury retrograde is all about. It's going back over things. And it can be an enlightening experience, albeit terrifying, if you access it properly. And if you don't run screaming that the world is falling apart because Mercury is retrograde. But just be on alert and cross your T's and dot your I's. I need another sip of water. I did a lot of talking today, and I just figured I was on a roll, so I'm just going to keep doing it. So I might take a bunch of water breaks. Oh well. I have to say, it's gorgeous weather. It's supposed to rain, and I made it home in time before the rain. I'm super stoked about that. This week, we also have a new moon in Libra on the 16th, which is Friday. New moons are all about beginnings. They're the planting seed. They're the planting stage of the seed. It's all about when the sun and the moon are in the exact same, it's not all about, it is when the sun and the moon are in the exact same sign at the exact same degree. You have this representation of your life force energy, your vitality, the way you are without even thinking about it. When you wake up in the morning, that's your sun sign. Sitting on top of your emotional nature, your unconscious, your dreams, your deep, watery, fluid, expressive. They're sitting on top of each other, all in Libra, which is all about balance and justice and harmony. And if you've been feeling a bit off kilter lately, as I turn to the sun, a low sleeveless shirt, I'm not surprised. Don't be surprised. You're not alone. And don't fret. This upcoming weekend's lunation will help us to analyze ourselves back into alignment. Right? Got that? Mars is also impacting this new moon. This pesky little fucker. I keep bringing him up. He's there. He's always there. And you could have seen him if you were looking up at the full moon recently. He's retrograde also. So him and Mercury are both going to be retrograde this week. He's opposing this new moon, right? So when you look at an astrology, a natal chart, it is a circle. And when a planet is in an opposite sign, it's an opposition. It's opposing it. They're looking at one another. Pay close attention to how the actions of others are affecting you, especially if you feel others aggressing you. My advice is to stay in observation rather than flying off the handle back at them. Sort of be curious about it, what makes them tick, why they're ticking, why they're angry. Instead of jumping the gun and going back at them, stay in observation mode. And this is also coming from a Mars and Pisces girl. So I'm always in observation mode, and I'm more of a spiritual warrior. Think about it, maybe talk it through. I'm not an aggressor. So with the retrogrades, with the intense Scorpio energy, it could get just fucked up talking. Just be aware, be alert, be deliberate, and be the observer and see where you can regain your footing and bring yourself back into alignment. And that brings me to our tarot segment, which I'm going to do 4 cards based off of the Mercury retrograde and the new moon in Libra. I'm also going to change the song again. Let's find a really good one. Come on. Oh, I do like this one. The song lyric always reminds me of Scream, which I watched last night. I love that movie. So we're going to do 4 cards. I'm going to use my Centennial Rider-Smith-Waite deck. I'm going to move this out of my way. And we're going to do 4 cards. We're going to do a card for the energy surrounding this Mercury retrograde. These ones are a little harder to shuffle. We're going to do what details should be, what details are going to be dug up. The energy around the new moon. And then how you can regain your footing. Like I was saying, where do we need balance? That was a nice little shuffle. I want to hear how everyone's doing. I used to love when I did the live streams because everyone would say, hey, how are ya? I missed the little chatty part, so chat me up in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. What movies are you watching for Halloween? What's your favorite? What's your favorite Halloween soundtrack, songs? How do you celebrate the season? Which or not? That is the second time that the world came up on the bottom. Is that not wild or what? Oh no, that's because of the way you're shuffling on. Oh boy. I'm a little kooky today, but aren't we always all the time? Or aren't I always all the time? I've been feeling a little off lately, but I find when I read, when I practice, when I step into my magic, I feel much better. All right. One more. All right. Oh, there's going to be some swift movement with this new moon. So, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is the card, the court card. That is the beginning. That is the starter, the initiator. It's on this quest, right? The page is admiring the pentacle. It's the planting, you know, this should be for the new moon, but I love that for a Mercury retrograde, the fucking tower didn't come up. That a positive card, like the beginning of a financial or a material or just a very earthly, grounded, tangible element came up. That the energy is reevaluating your financial situation, your relationship to money, how you access it, how you handle it, the exchange of energy that goes with it. There could be a new project that you're just getting into or you want to get into. So I say, if you haven't started it, don't yet, but refine the details. See if there's anything that you left out or that you haven't quite thought about before you dive in. If you're already in one, see the ways in which you can make it better or make it work for you. Ways in which you might not be seeing all of the sides of the coin. And then the details that are going to be dug up is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is this lack mentality, right? It's staring, there's, hey, hi, we're offering you this, come and get it, but they're sitting a little longingly over at the, it's thinking about what you could have and what you don't have. And the ways in which to proceed and to progress and to propel yourself in this endeavor, even if it's just getting more money, even if it's just paying off a student loan, or it's saving money, whatever it is around this pentacle manifestation, instead of thinking in the ways in which you can't do it or you aren't doing it, think about the little things that you have done or can do to accomplish that and to get to where you want to go. The Four of Cups is this sort of longing card when things can be right in front of your fucking face. So open your eyes a little bit wider. You know, expose your heart a little deeper and see where or what you might be missing. But when I say what you might be missing, as far as what's already, you may, I don't know, come across like, the water shining off the lake so beautifully. Maybe you found some money in a pair of jeans, or it can be something as simple as that I'm picking up. But it also can be, making a more sound investment. So dream on that, meditate in that, see what the Four of Cups is offering you. And for this new moon, it's swift. It's the Knight of Swords, right? And I was telling a lot of my clients recently, we have this retrograde period happening right now. But once mid-November comes, from mid-November until the rest of, for the rest of 2020, it's going to be markedly different than the entire first half of the year. I have this premonition that there is so much swift change that is going to happen, personally, globally, energetically. A lot of us have been shifting and up-leveling and sort of evolving, and some people are feeling a little stuck in a rut, but everything is it's going to feel like this incredible breeze coming through. And the Knight of Swords, the knights are about action, about putting things, whereas the page has the idea, it plants the seed, the knight puts it into action. And of swords, it's all about your mind, it's all about your thoughts, it's all about communication, it's air, it's intuition, And I think it's gorgeous that the last card that came up is the High Priestess. How can you regain your footing? How and where do you need balance? You need to trust yourself. We need to trust ourselves, and that our guts are guiding us. Love that. Our guts are guiding us. And when we feel or have a tiny bit of doubt, stop it. Stop it. Instead of overanalyzing everything, instead of not feeling as though we have the knowledge, we have the wisdom, it's in you, it's there. You just have to go down a little bit deeper and dig it up. And in doing that, you will see these ideas start to flood and flow and fly, and things will start to come together, and you'll feel this realignment, sort of, this coming together, this joining, this partnership of your thinking, your feeling, your sensing. It all culminates and just builds off of each other. And the High Priestess, I call her the Mona Lisa of the tarot, because she looks like she knows something we don't. She's the mystical mama. She's got all of this knowledge and magic, and she steps and does deliberately, and so should you, and so shall you. I told you I was thirsty tonight. So I love this. So the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. All of this piecing together the next 7 to 10 days of our experience and what's going on, and what we can expect and how we can access this. What we're feeling, what we're sensing, what we're experiencing. And I probably am repeating myself, but that's okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So For tonight's crystal corner, we have one that I'm surprised I hadn't done yet. I had to go back through my things to make sure that I didn't, and I haven't. It's one of my favorites. It's often understated and not always appreciated, but I believe hauntingly beautiful, is Howlite. Not to be confused with Howlite. I don't know if you can see, the lighting is kind of, maybe that little piece is better. Ooh, you can see better down there. Perfecto. So I personally prefer, I also have it in some tumbled forms. Just little gorgeous, and I love this shape. It's perfect for my pocket and my spell bags. And then even this one too. Little guy, little gal, whatever. Kind of think of Howlite as asexual. I personally prefer it in its natural state, the gorgeous white with the black marbling, but I've also seen it artificially colored, green and blue. It's an incredibly calming stone. I will repeat, incredibly calming stone. It's perfect for times of stress or agitation. You can put it under your pillow to help you sleep and to keep nightmares away. I keep a piece on my bedside table ever since I learned about Howlite, and I was having a hard time sleeping. I was having a hard time falling asleep and staying asleep. I got a piece of Howlite, and I think it was this one, and I kept it by my bed, and now I've upgraded to this monster. Can you see a little better? And never leaves my bedside. Even when I've gone and slept out at places, I always have like a little piece that stays by my bed. And I've never slept better and never sleep better than when I have Howlite. And in addition, I said, to keeping away nightmares, it also helps with insomnia. So if you find yourself having a really hard time sleeping at night or even just lately, go get yourself and maybe twirl it in your fingers while you're laying in bed. Inspect all of the cool little facets of the marbled lines. Instead of counting sheep or whatever you find soothing and relaxing, do it and let Howlite help you. It's also most excellent in balancing your calcium levels. So it can help your bones, your teeth, your soft tissue. It's an all-around, like I said, calming, soothing, and supportive stone. I mean, our bones support us. So supporting your bones supports you. So it supports on that mental level of helping you get some sleep, and then it supports you on a physical level. It also links up and balances, and it can be very balancing with all of your chakras. It opens you up to this attunement to messages by bringing you back into alignment and wisdom, like divine insight, aha moments. And so it's really good to meditate with, to lay on you when you're feeling out of whack. It just has, like I said, that calming, soothing, supportive energy that will realign you. It's also really good at redirecting anger, your own and any that is directed towards you. So keep Howlite on your person and keeping it in your pocket or your purse. It will absorb that anger and redirect it. And it will teach you patience if you're feeling angry. It works on multi-levels of redirecting other people's and keeping yours at bay, instilling that sense of calm and absorbing it. Think of the anger kind of going into the Howlite and being demolished by the brightness of the white coloring. It just kind of destroys the anger and aggression. And, think of it sort of being redistributed through all of those cracks and lines in it. It's pretty and it's practical, I think. It does a lot for a stone that most people would say, what is that kind of rock? I think it's really cool. a lot of people, not a lot of people, you know, you see gorgeous crystals and gorgeous colors, but something like this is so beneficial. I love this one. It has these really awesome little grooves in it, so it makes it great to twirl in your fingers. It's inexpensive, it's accessible, and you should go out and get yourself a piece if you need it for sleeping or anger or just calming. And that's all I have this week. I thank you very much for being with me for another week, for another episode of Witch Weekly. And I look forward to sharing with you all of the really exciting things I have coming. I was interviewed this week, and I'll be sharing all the details and how you can read that interview and check it out. You can always go on my website, like I said. This music is not working out for me right now. You can always go on my website, laurenannalchemy.com, and you can book a session. You can get a spell bag. You can get a custom reading with a custom bag. I've got a lot of options on there, and there's more to come. And more videos to come, more magic to share. And I love so very much spending this time with you. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay sane, stay wild, stay weird.